How do you want to be remembered?
A man of his word. A man of his word, I think, ultimately is important. Just, leaving the conversation with the guy, I felt inspired, or I laughed, or I felt heard, or, whatever. Just that's all. I want, that was a great guy, or a good guy. I've been fortunate to have some amazing men and women in my life as mentors, and that's what I think about them. I think, and some that have passed. I'm like, damn, that was a great dude, or she was awesome. Just want to hang out with that person, and they're smart, or they have experience, or all this stuff, but just being a good person, man. I think that's ultimately, I'm just on a mission to become a better man, a better partner, a better leader, and try to give back as much as I can, and just have that balance. You've got one life here, and I want to take advantage of it as best as I can. And I think I was put on this earth to do more than just serve myself. I love to serve others, and so I'll probably spend the latter half of my life definitely doing even more of that, because there's nothing like it. So I would say servitude, man of his word, hard worker for sure. I think that's definitely undisputed. Great father, great husband, a great friend, great leader, as I mentioned. That'd be awesome.
And we like to end these off just by kind of asking our guests, but if you could leave the younger generation with one last message, just a couple maybe guiding principles to really create and build a successful life. You became a 9-figure entrepreneur at a relatively early age, and a lot of people would aspire to do that. For somebody looking up to you right now and trying to, if you could give them just a couple guiding principles.
Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. You can't solve the world's problems in an afternoon. It's just not going to happen. And as soon as you do, there'll be another batch of problems. So give yourself grace. Everything you want, you will manifest and you will do it. And if you're willing to work hard and stay persistent at it, and you follow some of these principles, you're going to at least be an awesome person. And you're going to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I followed through, and I'm doing the best that I can. And some days are bad days. Some seasons are more difficult and tough, and some seem like you hit the lottery and they're never going to end. And I think that it's just important to take care of yourself, give yourself grace. Mental health is now thankfully being talked about in a much broader fashion. And be willing to ask for help. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to do it all yourself. This isn't the last business that you're going to run. You don't have to sell this one for $1 billion. Sell it for $1 million. Take that $1 million and then sell the next one for $6 million. And then take that one and sell it for $60 million. And and then you realize after $1 million, it doesn't matter. Once you can live wherever you want to live, eat what you want to eat, and you've got any car or transportation taking you from point A to point B, what it comes down to, and I've got some friends that are incredibly successful financially, everything. And they've told me directly, if you don't do the work along the way, you're going to have a lot of work to do at this destination. And so, okay, you sell a company for $100 million, but you haven't taken care of yourself along the way. The body keeps score, and you're going to have to pay for that. So I would say, take care of your mental health, build a supportive community, even if it's just digital. You're like, I don't have anyone right now. Okay, create your own, mastermind essentially with YouTube. These are the channels I'm subscribing to. These are the pages I'm following. Do a detox. What am I watching? Which podcasts am I listening to? Is this adding value to my life? Now, don't get me wrong. I like to have fun. So, listen to a murder mystery podcast for an hour and then mix it up. It doesn't have to all be serious stuff, but take care of your mental health, because your brain is a supercomputer. It's the most fascinating thing in the world. But even computers get viruses, and you've got to detox and be willing to do that, and do it every 3 months and be like, what's adding value? Oh, I spent 3 hours on Snapchat every day this week. That's probably not good. No wonder why I feel depressed and down about my progress, is because I'm allowing myself to be drowned in the intoxication of consumerism and these things. They're successful for a reason. They're addictive hooks. And so you want to be a producer more than a consumer. And if you can focus in production, what does that mean? Write a blog post. I don't know. Make a video. produce things that other people consume. And if you can keep working on that, that's all I would say. A younger, just kind of, and give yourself grace. It takes, I've been doing this for about 17 years now straight. And it feels like a second, and it feels like 400 years at the same time. And so, and I feel like I'm just getting started, and I hope, God willing, I've got a long life, another 50, 60 years ahead of me. I don't know what to do with myself at this point, right? So everything's going to come to you. Give yourself grace, ask for help, and surround yourself with the community, which includes the content that you consume.